Hi, my name is Lindsay Zachman, and this is my youngest daughter, Delaney, and we're here to start our new adventure with a YouTube channel all about our cross-stitch adventures and what other arts and crafts we may be getting into, like quilting, and she likes to paint. What else do you like to do?
Draw.
You like to draw? Well, let's get started and just let you guys know a little bit about our family. We are a Coast Guard family. We have 3 girls. Delaney is the youngest, but we also have 2 others that are 18 and 23 who already have moved out of the house and spread their wings a little bit. But just to let you know about how I got into cross stitch, I'm going to back up a little bit and let you know that we started homeschooling about 5 years ago. And prior to that, I had an Etsy shop where I embroidered monograms and appliques on mostly children's clothing like birthday shirts and holiday wear, Christmas family pajamas, things of that nature that I really enjoyed to do. But when you take over the role of a homeschool mom, that I no longer had time for. So I set that aside and have been ever since, homeschooling 2 and now just Delaney. So
I like it.
Yes. So that had to go by the wayside, and I was missing my crafty therapy. So we were also starting to camp with an RV for the first time after we moved about 3 years ago to where we are currently stationed. And I needed to find something that I could do while we traveled in the camper and while we were camping.
On the road.
On the road and hanging out at the campground. So I was watching Kimberly Jolly on her Fat Quarter Shop quilting YouTube channel because I was very interested in learning to quilt, and that's where it started. And then she started talking about her cross stitch, and so I said maybe that's something I could bring along while we're traveling. So I dabbled in it, and I actually brought here today to show you my very first piece of cross stitch.
It's a really big stitch.
I didn't start small, but here it is. I'm going to show it to you first. This is by Lori Holt. I'm sorry, Lori Holt, and I believe it's, I'm going to have to look up the title, but it's a little cottage house with the alphabet, so it's got a touch of a sampler taste to it with quilts hanging up on the laundry line outside. So this is a 10 count Aida, so I started with very large holes, and I also started using 2 flosses of embroidery floss. And I learned quickly that that was much too thick for how I wanted my cross stitches to lay. So although I'm proud of it, it's not a favorite just because I have learned so much since then. But there's that.
I like the house. I would make that and leave all the other stuff out and then make it like look more modern.
Cool. And that's the great thing about cross stitch patterns I've learned over the past, I think it's been about 2.5 years. I started cross stitching in 2020. I think it was November of 2020 during COVID. So that was another aspect of wanting to try something new in all that time we had at home. So
go figure.
Anyway, the next thing I wanted to show you are some of our WIPS. Do you have anything you want to start with? Or would you like to introduce yourself a little bit more?
Yeah. My name's Delaney, as she said, and
what do you like to do for fun usually?
Usually, I like to horseback ride, but I kind of can't right now, and it's a little hard for me to cross stitch because recently I broke my wrist.
Yes, she broke her wrist almost 3 weeks ago. Why don't you tell us how you did that?
So my church youth group went roller skating, and somebody bumped into me, and I kind of went like that to try and catch myself, and I heard my wrist snap.
You were falling backwards, so she tried to catch herself, and her wrist broke. But she's been in this hard cast. It'll be 2 weeks this Monday, and then we have to wait another 2 weeks for a checkup. We're praying that it can come off after those 4 weeks total, but we'll see what the doctor says and get back to her normal horseback riding lessons once a week. And she was just starting to do her horse competition shows. She did really well at the first one that she went to, and for her what do you call that?
Team?
No.
This?
No, sweetie. For your horse shows, your level.
18 inches.
The level that she was competing at. She does horse jumping and
2 feet.
And dressage. So if you know anything about
Horseback riding.
Eastern style horseback riding, otherwise
No, it's English.
Oh, see, I'm still learning. English horseback riding, you can look that up. But she basically jumps and learns. To me, it looks like her and the horse have a
connection with the heart.
Dance routine that they do around a certain arena, but there are very specific rules you have to follow. So anyway, that's what she usually loves to do.
So before I show you my whip, I'm really excited about this one. So for Easter, I hope everybody had a good Easter, right?
Yeah.
And so my mom, she kind of hid a package for me from Goose Designs, and she got me this cow print bag.
Because I knew you like cow print.
Cow print, everything.
It's from
With chickens.
Yeah. Let me show her the little thread case.
And then the other thing too. The pink thing.
So explain to everybody what these are for.
They're for your thread. I have one lone thread, and then this is for your needle, right?
You can stick your needle in there to store it.
And then the thread goes, if it's connected, you can connect it right here.
Okay.
And then I found this out recently. There's the button on here is the circle, but then if you flip it around, it has a heart.
Cute.
And I like the colors. And then also, my mom got me my own pair of scissors and thread case. There's something else.
Let me show you.
Scissors. They're like a wintry vibe.
So all these were in her Easter basket.
And
it's
I have one
pretty.
more thing from Easter. Okay, nice.
And this is a magnetic case that I've been using from Hobby Lobby, so I got her one too, and you just open it up. I've been sticking my thread trims in there, but it's magnetic, so you stick your needles in there and it holds it well. So.
And then I got this little horsey notebook, and I keep my cross-stitch notes in it.
Okay, why don't you show us what you're working on?
So, as an average kid, I play video games, and
What's your favorite?
Minecraft, and it's educational.
Yes, I'm learning. It's somewhat educational.
And I'm trying to recreate one of the things in it, and it's a spider. In Minecraft, everything's blocky, so in a block form except for the items.
So Delaney mostly likes to cross-stitch from her own creative mind. She's not following patterns mostly. Sometimes she has been. She's started a Lori Holt stitch card with a horse on it that still needs to be worked on for a gift. But I'm pretty proud of her for just kind of doing her own thing and seeing where it takes her.
I don't really like following patterns because it makes me feel like it's controlled. And then I don't like doing that because I don't like feeling bossed around.
Ooh, very interesting.
Mom.
Maybe we should talk about that on another day.
Yeah, Mom.
Okay, so I'm going to show some of my whips. Do you have any others? Or do you want me to show and then you can go?
No, I have one thing.
Okay.
So these fabrics right here are actually something that I want to use with the pattern. So I pulled these out, and because these are some of my favorite colors besides green. And then I thought those kind of go well together. I could make like a springtime thing with that.
So this is a Pioneer Woman's fabric from Walmart. And this is left over from a Christmas quilt I made for her this Christmas.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then this fabric, I thought it was really pretty.
Who's that by? Priscilla and Chelsea of Stitching with the Housewives.
What's it called again? I don't remember. And there's a lot of it back there. And I got AirPods recently, and I bought a sunflower case. So I thought, why don't I make something with sunflowers with this?
Cute.
So yeah.
Lots of sunflower patterns to choose from. Okay. Mommy's turn. So I'm going to show you a couple of my WIPs, and then I have some finishes. So the first one I have is kept inside of my Dot Dot Goose design bag, and this is fabric from Teresa. I just blanked out. Teresa Kogert.
Is that the new one you got? Or?
No, not the brand new one.
Okay.
I'll show that in a minute. But this is a another Lori Holt design, her flea market baskets.
It's a big stitch.
Yes, and I am using the called for DMC, which is right here. All these beautiful colors. And I haven't gotten terribly far, but I still love the way that it looks. So there's the middle star. It's like a quilt block star. And then I've started the gingham that goes around that. And then one little basket so far. But I love the colors and the pattern, so it's going to be beautiful. And it's a large piece, so I'm just going to take my time on this and get it done slowly.
I think the next thing you should show is this one.
Okay.
It's my favorite.
Next, well, I recently purchased, I splurged on a birthday gift for myself. This is from Chris Sherman from Winding Rainbows on Etsy. It's like a portfolio. It's okay. It's got my dog hair on it.
We have 4 dogs, by the way.
Yes, we have 4 dachshunds.
The long-haired ones.
Okay, I'll show you what it looks on the inside first.
And by the way, Cooper, he's the fluffiest. And also, what's it called? Shorter wieners are the meaners.
Shorter?
Shorter wieners.
You mean short hair?
Short-haired wieners are the
some
meaners.
people may not agree with that. I don't know, but let's move on.
They're feisty.
This is on the inside of my case. So this is like flannel, and you can stick your needle in here. There's a pocket down here. There's a pocket back here. And then this is a vinyl side with a really cute little bumblebee chain. And these are my threads that I'm using for a set of Primrose Cottage cross-stitch patterns.
I love those colors.
Yeah, they're very beautiful.
Oh, what's your favorite Flosstuber, Mama?
Oh gosh. I have many. I would not want to hurt anybody's feelings. But I started with Kimberly Jolly. I also love Java Girl, Christy at Java Girl Stitches, Nicole Spohr, the Sweetwater Stitcher, Lori Holt's channel. Who else?
I like Primrose Cottage.
Yes, Primrose Cottage Quilts and Stitches. They're their sweet family. So back to Primrose Cottage. I finished something else, but I'll show you that first. But this is a new WIP that I started just the past couple days.
Would you rather be stitching?
I would rather be stitching, and it's going to be made into this cute little pillow. I actually ordered the finishing kit to be able to finish it just like that.
I like the little, what's it called? The things you stick them in. The bees and the...
They're little pins.
The pins.
So I think this is 2 days worth of stitching, and I'm stitching this on white 25 count Lugana. I stuck with 14 count Ada for quite a while, over a year, and then I branched out into actually 28 count Lugana, but this pattern called for 25, so I went ahead and
real quick?
did that.
Could you hold it up? Actually, I can't really. I like this part. Oh, you haven't done it yet, but
No, not
the
yet.
zigzags on it and the pattern.
Yeah, it looks like actual floss or
And
thread.
a spool.
Yeah, it's gonna be super cute. So I keep that in my bee project bag.
Be happy.
And I'll show you a bee finish here shortly. Another fairly new WIP of mine is in another Dot Dot Goose. So when I ordered Delaney her cow bag, I got this one for myself from
She
Dot
couldn't
Dot
help
Goose.
herself.
Ooh. So it's got beautiful florals and flags on it.
I feel like it's very in the mood for 4th of July.
It's beautiful. Very patriotic. So I am
that's
in.
the word that I was going to.
I'm in the Lori Holt Stitch Card Club, where I think it's once a quarter, they send out a set, and it always has 4 patterns, and this is set O. So this is really cute pattern. I really love it, and I would like to make them all for my bedroom to put into a dough bowl on my dresser.
Oh, you just finished this one, right?
Yep, I'm going to show it.
Did you show these ones?
Mm-hmm. So this is the pattern, and I use mostly the called for colors, but I did change the blue, I think. It's almost identical, but...
Can I see the pattern?
Sure.
Or, no,
You want to hold it up?
There we go.
Keep it folded.
Oh, sorry. Oh!
Whoops. Try
I
again.
didn't see
You have
that.
to hold it.
You didn't see that. There we go.
So I have here's my little floss catcher.
Does yours have a heart too?
Yep, I have a heart and a star.
It has a star too.
And I've got some of my threads in there. And also in this bag I have from It's So Emma from Fat Quarter Shop. This little great handy dandy thing. I use it to measure into the corners with the ruler or right here, and then these helps you with the cloth if you're not sure what it is, what count it is. So that's another WIP. Honestly, I was a monogamous stitcher for well over a year. I only would work on one project at a time until it was finished. And when I watched everybody else, I was like, oh, I'm never going to have more than one at a time. And that doesn't last very long. There's so many beautiful patterns, you can't help yourself. So,
Do these ones?
Yep, I'm getting there.
Oh, do the B one first.
Well, I'm going to do that one after these two. So which
Okay.
one of these would you like to show?
This one, because I know you like that one the most.
Okay. So this is a Brenda Gervais. This is my first Brenda Gervais piece that I've ever done.
But first, coffee.
Yes, I love her. And I actually have purchased frames for this design and the next one you're going to see. I just need to get brave and practice framing with either lacing or some other technique. I need to watch some tutorials.
I think that one turned out really good. I would change, can you hold it up?
What would you change?
I would change the color of her dress, the coffee mug, the tiny one right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what's
What
it called?
color dress would you make her have?
I would make her have a purple one.
Okay.
Purple or red?
Well, I think for the pattern, the top or the bottom was a lighter blue, but I really like the dark blue, so I stuck with it the whole way.
I would choose a dark, like this color red.
Mm.
This one right here.
Change your dress to red?
Yeah. And then
The mug?
the mugs and all the red in there would be the same color
Oh, pretty.
of that bright red.
So I'm going to frame this and put it in my kitchen next to my coffee pot. Okay, your turn to show my finish.
Could you hold up this part?
Mhm.
This is Jingle All the Way. So we kind of have a...
Never mind, we're not going to go there. It's an inside joke. So this, I believe, oh gosh, it's either Little House or Country Cottage. Anyway, I finished this, I think, before Christmas. So I have a frame for that too. So those two, I have frames, I just need to get time to do it.
What color frames are they?
I'll show them when I finish them, okay? All right, my last finish before I show you a fully finish. We're going back to the bee theme, and this is a pattern called Hive Rules by Lindsay Waite of Primrose Cottage Stitches.
I told my mom that she should get together with the other Lindsay because I feel like they would get along really well. And we kind of got the idea of our Flosstube together because they were doing it with their family too.
Yeah, it's a bunch of sisters and their mom. They're very sweet. So I started this last year because this came out last year, maybe at Market. But I think I got to about here and stopped last year and then put it away. And I got it out the beginning of March and finished it. So I'll go through slowly.
I thought you stopped right here.
I'm not certain.
I think you stopped right here because you started working on the hives. The ones right here.
So that is the finish. Now let me show you what I intend to do with it. So last fall, I stitched another Primrose pattern, which is their Autumn Rules. and I put it together in this wooden frame that has, let's see.
It's from Hobby Lobby.
Yes. I made the bow with the sunflower and a magnet. This piece pops off.
There's some more of that Rick Rack. Not Rick Rack.
This is gingham fabric by Stitching with the Housewives. And that comes off too. So everything is interchangeable. And this is the sign.
Praise more, worry less.
So I think I'm going to have to make this piece of fabric a little bit bigger, but I intend to put this on here. I just haven't done it yet. So maybe that will be on the next one as a fully finish.
On the bee one, I really like the honey pot the most. And speaking of honey, I had a yogurt parfait the other day, and I chopped up some strawberries, oats, almonds, some vanilla yogurt, and then, did I say strawberries? Yeah, I did. And then I put them all together, and then when I'm feeling kind of sugary, I'll put some honey and Cool Whip in it.
That's kind of a lot of sugar.
I like sugar.
Anyway, next thing we're going to talk about is I placed an order. So for those of you that aren't aware, Cross Stitch has an event every spring called Nashville Needlework Market, where all the designers go to a hotel and set up and display all of their new designs and maybe some of their former designs, and the wholesale purchases, like the local needlework shops and Etsy owners, things of that nature, can go and place wholesale orders. But we as customers get to see previews, and you can usually purchase those patterns that you'd like ahead of time by pre-ordering it. So we're going to go through and show you my pre-orders from Nashville Needlework Market. Yep. What do you want to do? Which one of these?
This one.
Okay. This is another Primrose Cottage Stitches.
So this is Snowman 2003.
2023.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Lindsay said she's going to make a snowman every year, so I got that.
And it kind of goes along with our kind of Christmas type of world, because my grandfather gets my mom what's it called?
Santa Claus or something.
Yeah, Claus by.
I really like the Jim Shore collection.
Yeah, and this is 28 count Lugana.
And that's to go with that pattern. So I got those to go together.
I wish we could do, like, you know, in the professional type of cross stitch world, hold up the pattern, put it together, bam, you got it stitched.
If only. Well, actually, no.
Like,
I don't want it finished that quickly. I enjoyed the stitching.
I know, but like when you do it like that, after the before and after, it'd be so cool.
Okay, here is another new design by Heart and Hand. It's called the Everyday Things, and I really like that. The everyday sweet little things are the most beautiful. So I've got that pattern.
This is Plum Street Sampler, and this I know. We go to church every week when we can, and we love the Christian patterns.
Yes, I do. I love the Lord, and this is a piece that I'm going to start stitching on a Sunday and call it my Sabbath stitching. I just need to order the fabric and the floss. Okay, here's another one that I found. I don't know if this is brand new or not, but it's by the Mindful Needle Designs. And since I have 3 daughters, I thought it was very appropriate. The love between a mother and daughter is forever. It's very pretty.
I want to show this one because this is probably my favorite out of your whole pre-order.
Okay, go for it.
So, is this Lugana?
Mm-hmm.
This is 28 count Lugana.
Light ash gray.
Yeah, I think it's really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little darker out of the camera, but
okay.
And then
Seasonal Samplings Winter by Primrose Cottage Stitches.
And this is her Susan Proctor stitched this.
Oh, okay. Lindsay Waite designed it, and they actually made this for a cross-stitch retreat, but then made it available to the public. So I want to do that. It's precious.
I thought it was really pretty and I might want to do it. Like, I thought maybe me and my mom could like take turns and do a stitch and say we both did it.
Yeah, maybe
that'd be
so.
kind of cool.
Okay.
And then I love the paddle board that it's on.
Yes.
With the snowflakes.
And their dad makes that. So that can be purchased on Etsy. This one is by Brenda Gervais. It's called My Home Sweet Home, and this is one of my top favorites from the Nashville Needlework Market, so I can't wait to start that one also. Okay, go for it. Which one?
So we used to have chickens back at Texas, and this is Stitching with the Housewives, and we used to have 10 chickens.
10?
Yeah.
The most we had was 8.
Oh, I thought we had 10.
So.
I think it's pretty cute. I love the flowers on there.
So it's called Let's Go Ride a Bike. That's the theme, and they kind of keep occasionally having patterns that go along on that theme, and so this is very summer and patriotic looking, and just for everyday country kind of farmhouse kitchen.
Let's go.
This is not a new design, but I believe I bought it as part of the pre-order, and I've seen it around a while, but I thought it was really precious, so I would like to do this and hang it up in my craft room, because counting with cross stitch can be challenging at times. By Luminous Fiber Arts.
Alright, so this one's actually kind of cool. This is the 2023 Nashville Needlework Market Cookbooks, and it also has some patterns in it. So it's recipes and cross stitch patterns. So one of them is a chocolate banana swirl cake.
That sounds good.
And
look up at the camera though.
This one is the rosemary squirrel.
So we're not going to give anything away in there, but there's a lot of yummy recipes and free little patterns that came in this by all of these different designers that attended or sent their stuff in. And I got a couple more from the pre-orders. So I've really stuck to kind of more modern designs, and I know there's a big world of cross-stitching related to samplers because that's very historical. So I wanted to find a small and simple but really pretty sample to start with, and I found this from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy, and it's called Eliza's Little Sampler. I think it's very pretty.
I want to show both of these.
Okay, so now, wait a minute, we got one more thing. This was a freebie from the Needlework Market by, I think, Heart and Hand. I'm not going to show the pattern, but it's free, and I think I got this off of the Fat Quarter Shop website, I'm not certain. So now, we're going to move on to, those are all of my Nashville Needlework pre-orders, and now we're going to move into some that I've either received in the mail through Fat Quarter Shop from a club, or, no, don't take them out, baby. Sorry. Or I have been
just
delving into the Cross Stitch Unload Facebook groups. Been buying some used patterns there to enhance my stash. So much for monogamous stitching. So go ahead.
So this one's Be in My Bonnet by Lori Holt's Stitch Cards, and this one's actually pretty cute. It's a quilt, some sewing ones, and some It's all about sewing and everything. This one.
You see the reflection. You want to like tilt it until it's.
So
I'm in this club, and this is set P. I showed you I was stitching set O already, so that's one. And this was a, go ahead, hold it up so they can see it.
This is Spring Stitching Seasons by,
Get it up here for people first. So this was a club that Stitching with the Housewives was doing, and I'm not in the club, but someone was selling their pattern, so I went ahead and jumped on it before it was available in their shop, and that's for spring.
And then,
you want to do this one?
No, I want to do this one.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the Way to the Pumpkin Patch.
This is a hands-on design. It's called Autumn Skies, and there's two different patterns in there. And on the back, if you show them, it has the little...
this part right here, it comes with it.
Okay. I got that on the Stash Unload page, as well as this Lizzie Kate. I've been on the lookout for a bunch of Lizzie Kate's little faith-based ones. So there'll be another set of stitching.
Which one do you want me to show first?
Just pick one, baby.
I'll do this one. So this is hands-on design. I think this one is really pretty. That's tuck stitching.
It'll be really cute for my sewing or craft room too.
I'm
not sure I'm sharing it all the time.
like I now.
Next.
Do you want to throw this one?
Sure. This is another one that I got on the stash unload. I thought it was really cute by Bent Creek. Just called Snow, but it's got the alphabet.
Snow,
and
snow.
It's got so I've got so many Santa Clauses over the years from my father that I think I'm gonna shift gears and try to work more on some snowmen to get some variety.
So this is the Prairie Schooler. This is Prairie Seasons.
A different pattern for each season. And then what?
This is
Lizzie Kate Inspiration Boxer B54. Come let us adore him.
And you show him because I really can't.
Come let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
This is my big toe cross stitch designs. God sustains. Where
God leads, He sustains. I think that's precious. Another Sabbath stitching.
This is Joy and Good Cheer, designed by Brenda Gervais.
Brenda Gervais.
Oh.
I bought this a while ago. I started to kit it up. I hadn't gotten to it yet, so I have my floss in the back, but I need to pick out a fabric. I'm not doing this one.
Okay.
And I have been, we'll show you this one. I have lots more to share, but we'll wait until we have another episode. So one thing I have been trying because I haven't kept in touch or up to date with it, is doing an ornament. I took this Lori Holt sampler piece and I'm splitting them up into ornaments, one piece individually. And I was trying to do one a month so I could have 12 ornaments at the end of the year. I'll just show you quickly what I've made so far though.
I think I would do one of these. I think I would do the coffee mug because it seems the easiest.
So far I have the candy canes and the little gingerbread men. So I'm going to wait to fully finish them until I've stitched all of them, and that way they can kind of coordinate. So,
is that it?
I think that might be it for now. Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
There's one fully finished I want to show.
Okay. Let me show that and then we'll wrap it up. Since we're getting into spring and almost summer.
So this is probably my favorite stitch my mom has ever done.
This is Berry Bakery. Something about strawberries on a pedestal. I don't remember the specific name, but it's by Stitching with the Housewives. Yeah. And I stitched this last year. And
did you find this at Hobby Lobby, the fabric?
Yeah, I bought the fabric at Hobby Lobby. So that'll be on display very soon.
There it is. And then we have we have a couple of strawberry shortcake little dolls that I got when I was little, so I gave them to Mom when I was cleaning my closet once. And then we have So Very Blessed. You Are My Jam.
Maybe we'll take a picture and we'll put it in. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, thanks for joining us on our very first Flosstube episode.
Yeah.
We are
Flosstube number 1.
We are again mother-daughter Lindsay and Delaney, and we hope that y'all will join us and give us a try and like and subscribe and give us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from, and we hope to see you again soon. Take care.
Goodbye, Flosstube.
Bye.